it's okay not to know everything. In fact, it's not possible to know everything. And in supporting roles, facilitation, teaching contexts, I think it is really important to not only acknowledge it on a personal level, but to also develop a sense of discernment around when it is appropriate to actually name that and share that, disclose it with those that we are supporting. And not in every situation will it necessarily feel helpful or useful for someone to hear that we're not sure about something. And I think that is an important one to bear in mind in relation to the kind of container that we're creating to help someone feel safe and secure. But I also wanted to mention it from the perspective of, if we don't know, this is a gateway actually to possibility, to discovery, exploration, and further learning. And if the energy of our expression on a kind of non-verbal level, or through the tone of our voice, or through micro movements that kind of communicate, actually, I don't know, I'm not sure, but this is not matching what we're saying, and we are speaking in a way that is alluding to knowledge holding or wisdom and kind of presenting from this position, I think we do others a disservice in their capacity for discernment, because they know, they might not know exactly, but they will feel, they will sense some kind of incongruence. They might not be able to put their finger on it, but they can feel when something is not fully embodied or integrated in terms of the way that we are expressing and communicating. So when we choose to actually name uncertainty, or speak to, oh, there's a gap there in understanding, I think this is a real opportunity for building a different quality of trust in a relationship. It assures the individual that we are teaching or supporting that the space that we are trying to uphold is truly co-creative and not simply a dynamic of instruction from, a teacher that is identified as the knowledge holder, and that there is actually a reciprocity and a dynamic where there can be opportunities for shared learning, or actually for something to take an interesting route with research. And I can give examples of this in different contexts, but even going to your GP, exploring something that is of concern, and having that moment of, oh, I need to do a bit more research on this, or I'm going to take some time to explore this further, or do some more reading. When you, as somebody that feels like they don't hold specialist knowledge, go to someone that has training or expertise in an area, it can already feel like there's this, you're kind of treading into unfamiliar territory, or you're sort of placing trust in someone else to provide an answer or provide information. And if that person in that moment doesn't have that available to them, but they have the skill and the capacity and the resource to be able to meet that gap or to consult with a colleague, that still provides a sense of there's been acknowledgement of the question in mind, or it kind of maybe helps to calm an anxiousness. You know, when we don't know something and we feel like we've got a bit of information missing that pertains to how we are making sense of our experience, it can feel like there's a part of us that is not not fully there, not seen, not understood or integrated. So even in that moment where maybe that answer cannot be brought forward with clarity or coherence, there's still a meeting of and a recognition of, okay, this is a way that I can still communicate trust, and I can still communicate a commitment to exploring or going down a creative problem solving route that will come back to being able to perhaps make sense of that question more fully at another time. And also, you know, in dynamics where you are a learner, having somebody say, I'm going to check that, I'm going to clarify that with my colleague, or you've just reminded me about something. That to me is human. It's a moment of human connection, because we don't always have that capacity and availability of referencing information coherently and accurately, depending on what the call of the day is and our energy levels, and whether we slept well last night, or you know, whether we've been had a really busy day and are doing other things. It's okay to say I don't know, and it's okay to say let's explore this together.